Welcome into the latest ESPN headline. I'm Prim Saripapat. The conditions at the 2014 Sochi Games have been well documented among the athletes as well as the members of the media. Now, a number of snowboarders are complaining about the conditions of the halfpipe. American Danny Davis even called it garbage. Joining us over the phone now is Alyssa Roenick. She is a writer for ESPN, the mag, and is in Sochi covering the game. So, Alyssa, one writer even said she saw more falls today on the halfpipe than she did all season long. What's exactly wrong?
Well, I mean, that's true. I just came from practice as well, and you know, we were seeing a lot of folks getting caught up in the flat bottom. It's really bumpy in there. You know, essentially the pipe 2 days ago had a lot of vert. It was really steep over vert. It's a narrow pipe. It's a really long pipe. It's very different from the pipes they ride at the Grand Prix and the X Games. And you know, it's warm here. The man-made snow has become really sugary. The pipe is just really bumpy, you know, to put it in layman's terms. And so what they've been doing is they fixed a lot of the problem with the vert, with the walls. It's still really bumpy. And guys are getting caught, men and women are getting caught up on the flat bottom. So, you know, some of the riders, you know, you saw Yumu Hirano in there. He was throwing an X Games level finals run. He's really light. I think he just sort of floats. And, you know, but a lot of guys, Danny Davis is having a really hard time. You know, we've come to expect that switch method, you know, that won him X Games, you could argue. And he's having a really hard time riding switch, getting caught up in the flat bottom. We probably won't see that. We're just going to see likely a different level of riding than we expected.
Tuesday marks the first set of contests. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say the conditions are? 10 being the best and 1 being the worst.
The conditions in the half pipe, you know, if 10 is an X Games pipe, this pipe is probably a 5 or 6. You know, that said, you know, they ride the X Games pipe once a year. You know, and there are a lot of really great pipes, especially in an Olympic year. But, you know, they go to this World Cup events, and, you know, part of being an outdoor athlete and a half-pipe rider, a slopestyle rider, is being adaptable. And so, you know, everyone rides the same half-pipe on the same day. And so the unfortunate thing is guys are now having to change their runs. So the big tricks, the YOLO flips, the possible triple cork, we likely won't see those tricks. So you're not going to see 20-foot airs and the best riding in snowboarding. That said, the best riders are the guys who know how to change up their runs and land a run that will win in this pipe tomorrow.
And one of those best riders is Shaun White. He'll be going for a 3rd consecutive goal. But he's dealing with all sorts of injuries at this moment. So what do you think his chances are of clinching another goal, considering his physical condition and also the conditions of the pipe?
Yeah, I think his physical condition's actually pretty good. I mean, his wrist was sore, but even at the press conference almost a week ago now, he said he was feeling great. So he looked good. I mean, he was struggling a bit as well. But, you know, Shaun, as much as any rider, thrives in these kind of moments. You know, when everyone else is, when the half-pipe conditions have gotten into people's heads and you know, everyone's sort of complaining about the pipe, Shaun just puts his head down. He has such a deep reservoir of tricks that depending on how the contest is going, he can pull out a winning run. And you know, he's been here before. A guy like Danny Davis came here expecting an X Games pipe. Shaun's been to 2 Olympics. He knows the caliber of Olympic pipes is always subpar. He came here, of course, like all the guys and women, hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. And if you prepared like that, as Shaun did, you know, he is still the heavy gold medal favorite.
Absolutely. Alyssa Roenick, thanks so much for staying up to speak with us. Stay warm and stay safe.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
We'll keep you updated with this story and all your Olympics news. Keep it logged on to ESPN.com. I'm Prim Saripapat with your latest ESPN headline.